It's kind of a blustery, somewhat cold day. We arrived in Wellingborough yesterday, and I've decided to take a walk up to Wellingborough town, which is, well, a good 20-minute walks north along a fairly busy road, although these tree-lined portions are nice, north of the Wellingborough embankment. No particular reason for going in other than to get some test prints made for a map Joe's working on. So hopefully I can find a place I can do that. But other than that, just want to look around and see what the place is like. We've been to Willingborough and the embankment several times, but I don't remember ever actually walking in past the point where I am about now. Well, compared to the other towns we've been in, this is a bit odd. Lots of boarded up shops. Looks like a place that's, depending on where you go, seen better times. But yeah, it's interesting because there's like a whole mix of different architectures. A lot of stuff from like the 1960s and 70s, a lot of stuff from earlier. You just get a feel for a place that's been neglected a little bit. But then in some places it seems to be quite nice. I found a plaque saying that there was a abbey here that was dedicated in 980 AD. Apparently the oldest building around here is from just before 1180. And there's so much of a mishmash of things in this town. There was a castle here at one point, I believe. You definitely get these interesting little architectural pieces, and there's a property called the Zoo Gardens. If I had time, I'd go over to the Willingborough Museum over there and take a look at what that is. But yeah, it's just a strange place.
So while we're in Wellingborough, we got some test prints of the maps that I'm hoping to, or the new maps that I'm hoping to take to Crick, which is vital because that's when we find our spelling mistakes that we need to correct before we actually get them printed, because what is Horsbury Junction? And then this is the big map, and I kind of knew anyway, but we've realised that it's not going to work as an A3 map because of all this text which has got the information on the canals, like maximum dimension for boats, or every canal and river and lock and blah blah blah. So it was a huge job collecting all that information, and Michael helped me with it, and it doesn't fit on an A3 map. And my reason for doing A3 maps is because I can't store any bigger maps on the boat long term, so we might do this as a limited edition A2. Now the test print is just on some very thin paper, so it's not great quality, but even so it's still too small.
No.
It's time to leave Wellingborough. I have no idea what I'm saying here because I didn't switch my microphone on. I'm probably talking about the fact that we're heading up to Northampton today, and I'm walking to the first lock, which I know I can get to as I walked this bit before. We've got a fairly long cruise in front of us. It's 12 miles and 13 locks, and the strong stream warning is still officially in place, although that really only applies to the river downstream of us, and we're heading the other way.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
He's not there now.
Excellent, good dog. Excellent, good dog. Bump.
sat on that lock.
Really? Yep. In times of flood and high water, Doddington Lock is reversed. It isn't right now.
Why have they got a big red X up on there?
Because we're not supposed to be moving because of the strong stream warning thing.
Even though there's no strong stream.
Well, this is the problem of shutting down the entire river when the flow is actually down near Peterborough, right? Like it's...
I wonder why they do that.
Almost undoubtedly just because it's easier to manage it with a small number of people. Oh, the horse has a foal.
Oh my god.
Look at how little that one is.
Looks like it can barely stand up. Yeah, I'm getting off.
There's no way I'm getting off the boat. There's a horse on the landing. It could kill us all. Most dangerous creature known to man.
There's 3 horses.
Oh my god, it's too many horses. This one's friendly.
I have no memory of being at this lock, even though we've been through it twice before. Maybe it's because the sun is shining, but it is really beautiful here. There's all these wild flowers, and there's a lovely walking path all the way down there. And yeah, the hills in the background. And it's just really nice. Neither of us have been very talkative today, so I don't think we film much. But hopefully now the sun is out for a bit, our moods will lift. And just look at it. Isn't it gorgeous? And it's not that we're in like bad moods today, we're just not in talkative moods. And when you've done, I don't know how many of these locks, I don't know how many there are, I should know, like 20, 30. When you've done that many of these locks, you kind of get into a routine. So Michael just does his thing, I do my thing, we know what the other one's doing, we know how they work. And we just stop talking to each other because they just kind of happen until something goes wrong, I guess. But yeah, just enjoying the journey.
Once again, it contains some of the best solar potential
Over its own military have been inconsistent for decades. News company propaganda accepted the Japanese terms elsewhere. Leaders decided their nation's future. A core group of officers to Tokyo's radio stations in case the recordings showed up there.
This is Coggin Lock. This is the only lock, well, somewhere around here, either above the lock or below the lock, we're not sure where. There's a water gauge for the river levels, and it's the only river gauge we've seen that was even slightly high. It was just a little bit on the high end, but there's no issue there. There was just a little bit coming over the top when we got here. It's much lighter than we had down at the East Slip, so I think we'll be fine. But it's nice and sunny, and we get this big field of sheep and a big field of mobile homes. caravans as they call them here. Though I think a caravan is something that's supposed to have camels in my mind, but you know, not here. I do wish that the weather was a little more consistent, because then I wouldn't put on too much warm clothes in the morning and have to sort of sweat my way through the day. But what you can do. There's a couple little lammy whammies walking at the mom. Totally unaware of the fact that not far over there is a carnival. And George as well. We've just come into Clifford Hill Lock. It's the second lock in a row that has been left set against us. So, slowing us down a little bit. But you're supposed to normally leave them, well, all the ones downstream from here, you're all supposed to leave all of the guillotine locks with the guillotine up. But this is the second time we found a guillotine down. I can't remember whether or not they say on them here to leave them down or up, but below here, the guillotines all say that. So, anyway, one way or another, it takes a few minutes for us to get this set for us to go in. And I've got to get the boat tied up before Joe starts raising that one, or I'm going to have real problems. George just got to say hello to this bear. Very nice looking bear. Strange to see a bear in the UK. On the good side, as we were coming up to this lock, I got a phone call and a text message saying that the strong stream advice has been removed. It is no longer in force. So we're now on a perfectly clear river. Yay that. Though it was perfectly obvious that it was perfectly clear to begin with. Who's that over there? Is that a silly cheeky monkey dog? Certainly looks like a silly cheeky monkey dog. Why do you never show? Oh, there you go. There. Now you're starting to talk. Whoa, whoa, whoa. George is left alone. Don't forget George. Okay, well, now we know. This one should have been left in the raised position. So, thank you to whoever went through here before the rains. Or more likely, the EA for leaving it that way. We're through now, we're just raising it again. And then we'll get on our way. Thank you.